question. Have you ever had the situation where you're trying to hire a qualified tree care professional because you love your trees, you want to do it right, and you don't really know what to look for? I mean, it's college, your investment, same thing. You want to know a little bit about what you're investing in, enough to be able to hire the right professional and qualify them. And the same goes for your arborists. Your trees are a valuable part of your property, and they have actual, real, tangible monetary value. And so it's really important to be able to ask what questions to ask the potential tree care candidate. Make sure they actually understand your tree and your needs, and make sure you get somebody that's qualified and is really going to care for your trees. Because the fact of the matter is, one bad pruning session is all it takes to seriously mess up a tree for years, even decades to come. So the first question you want to ask them is, what certification or trainings do you have? You want to look for like industry recognized credentials, certifications, and whatnot. These are going to demonstrate skill and a commitment to safety and science-based tree care. Very important. A couple of them are like ISA certified arborist, ISA board certified master arborist. ASCA, which is the American Society of Consulting Arborists, has a certification called Registered Consulting Arborist, or RCA. That's more on the reporting. So if you've got a neighbor dispute, any type of litigation or city communications that you need to be had, a registered consulting arborist is going to be a great choice there too. But there's other industry associations like the Tree Care Industry Association, that's TCIA. They're a really big one, and they do a lot of good, especially fellow professionals. Go to their conferences. They're awesome. You know, there's actually, even within certified arborists, there's other guys like, let's say you've got work that needs to be done around your power lines. Well, you might want a utility specialist certification, and there are private guys out there that hold that. You know, same thing. What if you've got to communicate with your municipality? You know, you might want to have a guy with a ISA municipal specialist certification. So that really matters. So what credentials do you hold? Another one is, of course, can you provide references or examples of similar work? A lot of times your neighbors might, you know, right down the street may have had this same company work for them, and you can go over there, check it out, see if it's a good deal or not. Another one is, how do you ensure the safety during your tree work? You want to look for things like ANSI, American National Standards Institute, has one specifically for how to care for trees and even how to climb trees. Those would be under ANSI A300. So see if you can get them to mention that. But also you want to know that they're going to use proper rigging gear and equipment, personal protective equipment like, you know, helmets, harness, rope, things like that. You want to ask them what climbing system is if you want to get real technical and you're engineer minded like me. But and also, do they perform a job site safety assessment? These are things that we're actually, some of us are trying to get that standardized. Here's another fun one I like because it's kind of a trick question. Ask them if they're licensed and insured. Use that word license. Now here's the caveat. With the exception of a few states, there's not like a federal licensing program. Tree work is completely unregulated. Everybody, it seems, like roofers and fencers, become tree experts as soon as the storm hits. But here's the thing. If you ask them if they're licensed and insured and they say yes, well, ask them what licensing. And if they can't tell you, well, that's because there isn't any really. But the other thing, of course, is insurance in that. And insurance is a big one. You want to make sure they don't not just only have like liability insurance. That's important. But you want their guys to be all insured too. And it is a very hazardous industry. And, you know, God forbid something happened to the guys while they're out there. You want to make sure they're covered because, like I said, these are people. Just have compassion. Another one you want to ask them is, what's your plan to clean up and disposal? The contract will come out there, they sell them on a cheap job. Well, then they take the money in advance or take half down and they never come back. So you want to make sure there's a plan for what to do with the brush because you don't want to be left with thousands of pounds of tree debris. Another one is ask them what's included in the estimate. So you're going to talk with them. They're going to come out and look at your trees together with you, and you're going to come up with some sort of game plan. And you want to make sure that you get it in writing, first of all. I like to detail out every detail. Sometimes it drives my clients nuts. I'm sorry if I write you a book. You want to make sure there's a clear scope of work, what's going to be done, what pruning techniques are going to be done, price breakdowns, and you can negotiate with them and say, hey, I want to itemize every little detail, or I just want the full package. And that's fine as long as you have an understanding. And of course, your timeline of completion. How far booked out are they? How many days is it going to take them, or hours is it going to take them? And this can prevent any like hidden costs or rush jobs or like incomplete work, stuff like that. So you just want to make sure you have an agreement and make sure it's all in writing. This is a really big one. How are you going to climb my tree? Because here's the fact of the matter. There's a lot of ways to climb a tree that will seriously and permanently damage your tree, including like gaffs or spikes that people put on their feet to climb the tree. Here's the rule. You never, ever, 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 ever gaff or spike a tree unless you're removing it or you have to save somebody's life. So if I have to aerial rescue my buddy because he passed out because we're in Houston and it's hot and he's climbing too long, and I got to go rescue my buddy, that's the only time you ever want to gaff a live tree. Because by doing so, you're leaving permanent holes that actually bypass some of the tree's defense mechanisms and push any type of fungus or pathogen even further into the tree. And the tree, because of the way it's designed, can't heal and seal it properly. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Like I said, I wanted to give you a couple of thoughts, some questions you can ask your professional, and make sure that you're hiring a qualified professional who really understands your trees and your needs as a homeowner. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like this, like it. If you love it, love it. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and follow for more if you want some more great tree tips. We aim for at least a couple or 300 videos a year. And of course, share this out there with your friends. This helps tremendously push that out to the algorithms. Just hit the share button, Facebook, tag a few of your friends. That really helps to get the word out. So, hey, thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.